Hey, good morning once again, FCF. We are on day 4 of our journey of just telling Jesus. That's all the theme is about. It's just learning to develop a lifestyle, a habit of telling everything that's going on in our life with Jesus. Now today, it's going to be obvious, but most of these are. It's simply telling Jesus our needs with full understanding that sometimes what we think we need, God may not agree that we need. When He hears what He believes is an authentic need, we have the promise that He'll provide what we need. But there are times that He says, no, my grace is sufficient for you, and that's when we need to trust in that and go on our way. We come to a portion of Scripture today, it's kind of a familiar one, where there's a man, we meet a colorful character, he's called blind Bartimaeus. And Jesus is passing by, and blind Bartimaeus makes quite a fuss, man. He's yelling and screaming, Jesus, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. They try to quiet Bartimaeus, but Bartimaeus will not be quieted. So let me pick up reading in Gospel of Mark, chapter 10, and I'll just pick up in verse 48. It says, many rebuked him and told him to be quiet, but he shouted all the more, Son of David, have mercy on me. Jesus stopped and said, call him. So they called to the blind man, cheer up, on your feet, he's calling you. Throwing his cloak aside, he jumped to his feet and he came to Jesus. What do you want me to do for you? Jesus asked him. The blind man said, Rabbi, I want to see. Rabbi just means teacher. Rabbi, teacher, I want to see. Go, said Jesus, your faith, your trust, faith/trust, same Greek word there, your faith has healed you. Immediately he received his sight and he followed Jesus along the road. Now it's a simple, beautiful text. I mean, this is so incredible. Nothing like this has happened in human history. The miracles that Jesus did have never ever been done by anyone else before or since, albeit we are warned just prior to Jesus' return, there will be miracles of the sort that Jesus did that will not be done by Jesus or His power, but will be satanic in nature. I shouldn't have taken you down that road. Anyway, this man brings his raw need to Jesus, and Jesus hears him, helps him, and heals him. So it's a simple truth here. You and I, and I do believe though that the older we get, the more we become mature and self-sufficient, the more hesitant we become to just take our needs to Jesus. And that's needs of any kind, mental needs, emotional needs, physical needs, economic needs, relational needs. We just need to learn to live dependent upon Christ. Most of the time, I have found in my life now, He provides what we ask for when we believe it's an authentic need. It's a need that aligns with His word and will and ways. When He says no, I've learned that there's grace provided, and He's usually doing something developmental in us, or He's preparing us to do something through us that can't be done in any other way. Think in terms of 2 Corinthians chapter 12, where the Apostle Paul talks about this thorn in the flesh, a messenger of Satan that was tormenting him. He asked the Lord 3 times to be relieved of this, and Jesus says no. But His answer is this. He says, my grace is sufficient for you. Well, Paul understands that it's better for him to be weak, because when he's weak and dependent upon Jesus, then the power of God is able to work through him, flow through him more effectively. So Paul literally says in 2 Corinthians 12:10, he says, I then am happy about my weaknesses and about my persecutions and about my difficulties and about sufferings, because when I'm weak, then I am strong. Meaning that when he's dependent upon Christ, that's when he was most effective as a servant of Christ. Maybe some of you are in that classroom today where He's wanting you to learn that He's not going to meet your need in the way you wanted it to be needed, but He's going to meet the need in a more effective way, a better way, for the sake of His kingdom, for the sake of others that will be blessed through you, because Jesus says, my grace is sufficient. But for most of us, just like with blind Bartimaeus, we need to cry out to God, and most of the time He is joyfully pleased to bring healing and help to us just the way He did to Bartimaeus. Thank you, and I'll see you on day 5 tomorrow.